Hey, so how's it going? This is the video on self-care and coping skills. So, self-care, well, coping skill is a self-care thing. Um, so, when you have anxiety or something stressful is going on, um, go do some coping skills. That is a part of self-care. Self-care for me is like getting up and taking a shower, taking Oreo for a walk, staying hydrated, eating right, which I have not been eating right, but I'm getting back to it. Um, it's doing what you need to do for yourself. Um, Sometimes even self-care is saying no, especially when somebody's wanting you to drive 30 minutes to do something, and yeah, no. I don't have that kind of time anymore. Um, hmm. so, but coping skills is when somebody or something upsets you, or you're having anxiety, and you need to be able to get back in the moment, and until you can deal. Um, so my favorite go-to quick coping skills is the breathing exercise. Nobody has to know that you're doing it. Everybody breathes. You inhale through the mouth for 4. You hold for 4. Out through the nose for 4. Pause for 4, and do it all over again until you calm down. Another one of my favorite coping skills is called grounding exercises. It's where you do, you're sitting in an area and you name 5 things that you see, 4 things that you feel, 3 things that you hear, 2 things that you smell, and 1 thing that you taste. So an example would be 5 things I see. I see Oreo sleep on the bed. I see the starfish behind me. See the lighthouse picture behind me. See the phone in front of me. And a Milo sweet tea. Hold it against me. 4 things I feel. I feel my shoes on my feet. I feel this shirt. I feel my hat on my head and the earbuds in my ears. 3 things I hear. 1, I hear myself talking. 2, I hear myself breathing. And the 3rd one, I hear Oreo. 2 things I smell. I smell a candle that I was just burning. And I smell a lemon cookie off my breath. Because I just ate a lemon cookie from Publix, and those things are delicious. Don't hold that against me. 1 thing I taste, the lemon cookie I just ate. Tastes pretty good. When life hands you lemons, you just go make cookies out of them. So, some other of my favorite coping skills that I do a lot of is reading, coloring, listening to music. I've got a Google Home that I listen to music on, and I have my phone that I listen to music on. Delivering food for DoorDash and Waiter has become a coping skill. If I get agitated with Oreo, I just go work and drive. So Oreo doesn't do much to agitate me other than scare the neighbors. Trying to think of another coping skill. There's been some really good coping skills. It's something I facilitate a training on is self-care and coping skills. And it helps. Um, I can't take certain medications, so to deal with my anxiety, I don't take meds for it. I do the coping skills and self care. Um, and it's important that you try to do other things than medications for anxiety and stuff. It does help, especially if you've got a chemical imbalance, take your meds. But incorporate coping skills and self care. It takes more than just medications to overcome things. Um, you know, um, but yeah. So, anyways, I, and I've got friends that are like me that cannot take um, Xanax or Klonopins or things like that, especially if they have an addiction problem. Um, and so I try to help them work through it without turning to meds because some of the their addictions have been toward like Xanaxes and stuff like that. So meditation is an amazing coping skill. If you can get into yoga, exercising, do it. A coping skill that I did during the pandemic when I was stuck in the house with my future ex-wife at that time, which we are now divorced, but it was always dark and gloomy in the house, and I was never really comfortable inside there. She would watch scary movies or bad TV shows that I cannot put my energy into. Never have been able to, um, like Law and Order, all that stuff. I can't watch it. Um, so instead of like staying in the house, I would sit in the garage and read, or I would go walking. Last year, I ended up doing over 11,000 steps a day for over 100 days in a row. I need to get back to that for real. Um, but going to the gym, walking, all of that is coping skills, but it's also self care because it's kind of like killing two birds with one stone, losing the weight, getting healthy, feeling better about yourself. And it's a coping skill. Um, it, and I so just heard a gunshot, um, which is kind of getting to be normal around here. Um, okay. But, anyways, used to gunshots would trigger me, but now it's kind of like, oh, there's a gunshot. Hopefully, it's just somebody shooting in the air. I don't know. Um, 3 weeks ago, I came and there was like 10 cars, cops, and crime scene tape um, right outside of my apartment. So it's definitely about time to move. I got 6 more months in this place. And in the meantime, I am working on getting rid of stuff and trying to get stuff situated. Um, but anyways, back to what I was talking to. I've got Oreo here. That's come here, come here, come here, come here. Well, he's not coming here. But you want to be petted? Come here. You can see him. But he's a camera hog, anyways. Come here, come here. But anyways, yeah. If you see, you saw his nose in the corner. He is a mess. Um, anyways, he's one of my coping skills. I'm not gonna lie. He is a coping skill. And he knows it. He can always pick up like when I'm anxious or whatnot. Which right now I'm not anxious, but he is because I'm on video and he's not on it. And yeah, all of my people that do trainings with me and stuff on Zoom knows that he is a camera hog. and he loves the camera. Yes. Yes. You see his nose? Anyways, he's a cute dog. Um, the I got a thing for lighthouses. It actually lights up, and the star does too. Um, but to me, the lighthouse is when you go through the storms and you learn how to face your storms and go through your storms. You can help others by being a beacon of hope, spreading the light, and helping others. So that's my thing about lighthouses. I have a thing for butterflies too, which is transforming. We're always transforming. None of us are the same that we were yesterday. I'm sure, I'm not the only one that tries to learn something new every day. Yesterday, I was on a call with a training that I do, and it's a crisis intervention training, and I learned a lot of different things of um, and refreshers. Sometimes it's good to refresh stuff, but I also help others people learn by telling them about different things that we've got going on here in Alabama, which is some good stuff. Um, but every day I try to learn something new. You know, if you ever get to a day where you think that you know it all, you're lying to yourself. Um, you have to open your heart and open your mind to learning new things. There's how they say it in Alabama. There's more than one way to skin a cat, which I don't like that saying, but they say that. Um, so just like with facing anxiety, there's more than one ways to handling anxiety, other than you know doing coping skills, meds, stuff like that. Um, you know, going back, facing what gave you the anxiety, like what happened in the past that you haven't dealt with that is bringing that anxiety into your future. Um, and so, and that's something that's helped me a lot is being like, okay, this is a trauma or a trigger. This is how I deal with it. So, say the smell of pot was a trigger. I know why. I had to go back and revisit it. Not that I can change the past. It can't be changed. But you can rework the way that you think about the past. And you can make new memories. Like, I hung out with some friends that smoked some pot. And so I made new memories of hanging with friends that smoke. Um, so now I've got it pretty much to where if I smell it, my brain goes back to the recent things of like hanging out with my friends that smoke it instead of automatically going back to the past. Um, Gunshots, because I was shot at as a child. Um, Now, gunshots are outside my apartment, so it's kind of like a new memory. But that's where my brain goes to now, is the moment that it's happening instead of being triggered in the past. One of the things is whenever I would drive through Clanton, yeah, Chilton County. Um, Sometimes I just have to laugh at myself. Um, it was a trigger, and it took me a minute to figure out why, and to try to reroute that thinking. You know, it's a place where I have to go to frequently to get to Montgomery, or when we have continuing ed classes. There's other memories that I'm making there, other than what happened in my childhood. So, anyways, I hope this helps. Um, do some yoga, color. Sometimes I'll color listening to um, classical or meditation music. Um, And sometimes it might be what kind of music plays today. It just depends on the mood that I'm in. And also remember, you can have peace on the inside, no matter what's going around on the outside. If your environmental place is not peaceful, you can still have peace on the inside. We have choices to make, and even though we weren't handed, we weren't the cause of our trauma, we still have to take ownership of it and learn from it. So, coping skills, self-care, that's all I can preach on. That's helped me. Um, it's helped me a ton. And I tell anybody, what works for me might not work for you. What worked today might not work tomorrow. Just try something new. And hey, if you can't figure out something new, I'll brainstorm with you. There's a lot of brainstorming that I've done with a lot of my friends and stuff. Just like yesterday, I brainstormed with a friend, and he's going to try some yoga. And like I said, coping skills can help you in other areas, like with self-care. So if you do exercise for coping skills, you're doing self-care too, making yourself better. So, have a good one. Have fun figuring out your coping skills, and take it easy.